Look over there. What is he wearing? Is that a fur coat? And a money suit? Oh my gosh, he's got fish in his shoes.
The reason why he's so stylish and happy and confident is because when he got up this morning, he showered in ballsy ball wash, and his jewels are jolly. Keep the funk off your tongue, nuts, butt, and body wash, ballsy brand.
Hello, 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 hello. Today, the Network King Lee Williams here. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to today. Let me say it the right way. Today. Let's talk about it, the podcast. So I want to come on here for a minute and just go ahead and let's talk about it because I know news been going off. It's been trending, viral, everything on that part. Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State. That's right, Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State and taking the head coach position at the University of Colorado University, Buffaloes. So he's going to take that job there to be the head coach out that way. He's leaving Jackson State, a HBCU. He is leaving. So, everybody's been talking. People are feeling different ways. Some people are happy for him. Some people are mad for him. Some people think it's wrong that he's leaving. Some people are happy that he's leaving. Let's dive into this, folks. Let's dive into this. And I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your feedback. Say something. Let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you feel on this, because there are a couple of things with this on here. One, him leaving. Some feel like that it was too soon to leave. Some people are saying that doesn't show any loyalty to the kids that he got in. It came in to the people who came in and supported HBCUs. But he has done a lot. He has done a lot for the university and for HBCUs overall. For those who don't understand, that's historically black colleges. So, universities. So, you got those historically black schools. Now they are put more into the limelight because of Deion Sanders, what he's done. More NIL deals for kids who attend the, NILs, who attend the HBCUs. So more NIL deals, more money for the colleges, universities. That has happened. Television deals, with the games being picked up on TV stations and stuff like that. He has done a lot of things for the HBCUs. But going up to the bigger colleges and the Power 5 schools, stuff like that, and going to the bigger colleges, on those levels on that part. What will that do? Because, he is a legendary football player, Hall of Famer, just all kinds of great things he's done in his college and pro career, and now being a head coach, a lot of great things he's done as a head coach. But, people are looking and saying things and wondering, what's going to happen from here and what goes from here. But let's talk on this here, because I want to get your input, want to get your feedback, leave a comment, and I'm going to be reading off the comments as well. And we're going to put the comments in on here as well. So let's already go. Lewis came on here. What's up, Lewis? How you doing, brother? He won back-to-back championships in 3 years. Laughing my butt off. People think he's just going to stay there forever. Stop it. Yeah, they think he's going to stay forever. Stop it. He's trying to fry bigger fish. That is true. He did make a statement. You either get elevated or terminated. And that was one of the things. You either get elevated or terminated as a coach. And that is true. Coaches either get moved up or they get fired. It's all in what you do and what you do for that team, what you brought to the team, what you do on that stuff. Obviously you got some coaches out in those Power 5 schools like the Alabamas and stuff like that, the Nick Sabans of the world who, he's been at those schools for years and, he constantly gets pay raises, elevated. They keep elevating him. You got other coaches out at Dabo, Sweeney over at Clemson. You see where he's gone to, he's elevated there. With Deion being at an HBCU, obviously he's attracted a lot of attention. He's caught a lot of eyes, which is the reason why he has gotten the offer from Colorado. Obviously, that's what got him the offer because of what he did and what he brought into that level there. With the wins and the stuff of what he's done and the turnaround that he's made at that school. So that definitely is the thing about it on that part there. So, definitely, let's go see what Joe Summers had to say. Hey, Joe, make that money in a bigger school. Colorado isn't the best choice, but better than a D2 school. Okay. So he puts that part in there on that part. And so he's saying growth on that part forward, make the money as a better choice. I want to ask you all. So let's ask you this. Those of you who are tuning in, chiming in, and everybody who's tuning in. Here's the thing. What are some of the things that will be different? Because now here's what I see on this. And congratulations to Deion on the move, the growth. I mean, we knew it was going to happen eventually. I figured maybe he might do it in I would say think another 2 to 3 years from now. So I was thinking he's going to do another 2 to 3 years from now. Did it sooner than what I thought he would, but I knew other schools were going to come calling for him. But let's look at this here. And I want to say this here. What you say? Colorado code is different. Yes, sir. That Colorado code is different. Here's the thing: what I see is different. Schools like Jackson State University, North Carolina A&T, Georgia Southern, North Carolina Central, the HBCUs, with Deion's style, primetime, electric, the dance, the flow, the moves. That works with his style, his persona, Coach Prime. He's a highlight. He's like a highlight film. He's like the party is always with it, that energy. It's going to be different with the bands at Colorado University than what the bands you have at these HBCUs. If you've never been to a HBCU homecoming, I recommend that you go because it's different. It's a different type of party and good time. Even the halftime performances are different. What do you think? That part to me is going to be different. Yeah, they'll probably get the flow, but it could open some opportunities where some of these drum majors and some of the band leaders and all of that would normally go to the HBCUs might end up going over to some of these other universities and stuff like that, and maybe the band directors may go with that flow to get that more electric style going. Not saying that they're all bland. Now, I'm not saying that every band out there is bland. It's just that your HBCUs bring a little bit more with their dance teams, their bands, their color guards. They go, it's like a band performance. You get some Earth, Wind, and Fire. You're going to get some Bruno Mars. You're going to get, they so many different styles. And they also can go back and give you some ZZ Top and all of that too. It's just that they come with a dance type feel, a party type feel, and that fits to Deion's electricity and his style. What are you thinking with the bands? What are the bands going to be like at the Colorado universities and stuff like that? Yeah, they can play. There's some talented people up there, I'm sure. Because obviously any school has talented band people because they can play any style of music, but some of them may choose not to play certain styles and avoid certain stuff. So it's a little bit difference in that electricity and that feel of what you get with an HBCU. So that, I feel, it is a part of it that's going to be lost compared to his style, because the Jackson State and the HBCUs, that went with Deion's flair and style of what he did. Now, don't get me wrong. They made him a good offer. Go grow, because it opens up a lot of more opportunities for a lot of things. But I feel like the bands, there is going to be a difference with that band setup. Randall, he did good at JSU, but they will fall back to losing come next season. I think it all depends on which coach comes into play and which players stick around, and stuff like that. So, it's going to be good to see what they do in the future. Colorado ain't going to let their band play music like those bands in the HBCUs. And I'm telling you, people, if you've never been to a HBCU, go to a HBCU game. Go to their homecoming. If you could ever get a chance to go to their homecoming, it's just different. It's different. If people are recruiting kids for HBCU, they take them to a homecoming. Normally, 95 to 98% of the time, whoever they recruit is probably going to go to the HBCU if they go to their homecoming. Just telling you, it's just a difference compared to some of the bigger universities' homecoming and how they do. It's just, I'm just saying, it's a different electricity that happens there. You just have to go to it to see it. I mean, if you ain't never seen one, let's just put it out here. Go back and watch the movie Drumline with Orlando Jones and Nick Cannon. Go back and watch that movie. And that'll give you just a hint, a piece of what happens with HBCUs and during their homecoming and stuff like that, and the Battle of the Bands and that type stuff. That will give you a feel of that style to kind of see. I mean, because they'll have music artists coming out with them. I mean, just so many different things that they do on that stuff, the way they do their style and their performances. But now, getting back to hear about, with Deion and him leaving to go to the University of Colorado. I mean, obviously, it's going to give him more access to a wider range of players. I mean, it will. It's going to give more access to a wider range of players because if you remember, they asked him about would he be willing to play somebody like Alabama or a team, a bigger Power 5 team. And his words at that time, and this was probably about a year ago or something like that, he said, "We're not ready yet." So obviously he wasn't planning on leaving Jackson State. It wasn't like a big plan immediately for him. I mean, obviously when the offer came in now, he decided to take it. But about a year ago or some months back, he was asked about playing a team like, would his Jackson State team be ready to play like an Alabama or something like that? And he said, "We're not ready yet. We're not there yet. We need more time to get some things in place." Ultimately, he was talking about like with the lineman, the size of the lineman, when you talk about your offensive lineman, your defensive lineman, look at the size, the height, the weight, what those guys can do on that level in the bigger colleges compared to your HBCUs. You get a few of them in the HBCUs with that size of what you get at the Texas, the Alabamas, the Auburns, and all that. But it's not as many as what you get to those bigger colleges. Because I mean, you get some guys out there with some size, and it's a difference. That's why he said, we need to wait before we try to go after somebody like that, because it's a difference. He wasn't trying to get his team get up for like blowouts and that type of stuff. He was trying to get them guys ready to play and put a system in place to get them ready. So obviously, he's going to have more access to those types of players now. When you look at that part, he's going to have access to those 6'8", 285-pound or 305-pound linemen, stuff like that. I mean, you just talk about I say country strong guys, along those levels in linemen and linebackers and stuff like that. So it is going to make some difference there for him and what he's going to be able to do, because it does expand the level of what he's going to get in ways. Obviously, he did a great recruiting job at JSU and got a lot of great talents that came in. But we know when you start looking at the bigger schools, there's some that still decide they were like, "Hey, we're gonna still go here. We're gonna go here to the Clemson, the Tennessees, the Georgias, and those places." So obviously, it opens up now where he gets more people and more athletes of bigger sizes on some other levels, because it expands that base for him, that expands that area of recruitment, the recruiting trails on there. Obviously, it's a bigger income, bigger amount where team work with players and getting players in and facilities and all of that. So it's a lot of bigger levels on here what he gets access to now. You're surprised, Randy said, I was surprised he chose them and not Auburn, because they wanted him bad. Had he went there, he would have shot the SEC. Yep, I think that probably would have shocked him there. I think his move, it opens up, one other coaches. It does open up for other coaches. Obviously, somebody's got to fill in his position at Jackson State. When you talk coaches and other supporting cast and stuff like that. If Jackson State chooses to keep all of the stuff they had around them from media teams and all that stuff, that's something yet to be seen. But it also it moves other people in other levels. But now I think that Colorado too is a building ground for him. I think he's going to use that level and platform for something else, which probably is going to be something like a FSU opportunity. Is some other opportunities that he's looking in other levels of stuff. Obviously, it's going to open up for more endorsement deals. It's going to open up for so many other things on that line, not just for him, but for his players and just probably the overall school too. I mean, on that level of it, because I mean, obviously his name does draw other people to it, and it right now we already know it's going to be a team to watch just because he's there to see what they can start with, what they can do. I mean, nobody's expecting him to be number one out the gate, but people will want to see what he can do if he can put those guys in a position where they can be ranked and where they can win. So that is going to be something there. But obviously, I look at it to be something for growth for him to as a stepping stone to whatever next level he's looking at going into. So that's going to be something in that way on that part. You watch this video on YouTube where he met with the team. He done all staff and JSU coming with him, and the quarterback, his son, that's one of Travis is coming there. It will hit the portal. Yeah, so I think some of them are going to be. There are going to be some that's probably going to be coming, going to be hitting the portal, and probably going to go there. There are going to be some who are going to stay. Obviously, he said he's going to be talking to players and talking with people and trying to help guide them the right way and stuff like that. So you're gonna see some things in there, to see which players make a move, which players stay, and which ones go another route. So that's obviously going to be some things where they'll go some ways on that part. I mean, obviously they've won their championship, and now they're just got the bowl game that they're going to do. So it'll be good to see how they do with this bowl game and those guys who, what they do on that part and the opportunities of what come. I mean, obviously it even opens up a door to where if some of those guys have success the years after Deion, some of them could hit that portal the year after that if they do well and grow. So I'm sure that's something he's going to discuss with some of them on that level if they will, a few of them that might stick around at JSU for another year and then hit the portal after that to try to move up to the bigger colleges and the bigger levels. So that's going to be something to see, indeed. So that's something to really think about there because there's a lot there's a lot here to kind of see how it's going to move in the moving parts of this. I mean, I know he's got a lot of his staff that are going with him. But I know he recommended a coach to fill his spot who was part of his staff. That he recommended that coach be moved into the head coaching position. So we know that he wants that person to stay if JSU will keep that person on to be the head coach. So that's something to see there what happens because then too, obviously that guy is going to want to try to, put together a staff or a team or see if he can get some of that staff to come with him on that part. So there's another part of the recruiting process that happens on that. So that's going to see. It's going to be there. Barline with Deion's son that plays. CB go to Colorado State. He's transferred once already. That's going to be something to see what happens. We'll have to see what goes on with that. Because obviously, we want to see, who's going to transfer, who's going to do what, who's going to go what ways. It's going to be good to see that. As far as can they enter the portal twice, I don't know on that one, Bart. Lewis or Randall, do one of y'all know on that one? Or Joe, do any of y'all know on that one? Can someone enter the portal twice? Or do they have to sit out a year or something like that? Or what's the deal on that? I don't know on that, so I can't give that answer. That's something I would have to look up and see because I really don't know on that part. I don't want to tell you wrong, but I know that it's gonna be great to see what comes of this. I even they can look at South Carolina. The quarterback in South Carolina did. So he said, the quarterback in South Carolina did. So they can't enter the portal twice. And also I'm waiting to hear what you remember the coach that would not give Deion like the hug and handshake deal, the one that said Deion isn't swag. What's his comment right now? Has anybody seen or heard from him to hear what his comment is right now? What is he saying? Or what? Or is the guy talking trash? Or is he saying, see, I told you he's not swag? Or, what is he saying? He's probably saying something to somebody. I'm just as surprised that I have not seen a comment come up posted about him making a comment yet. Because that's probably one of those comments that's going to come out and stuff like that. I mean, obviously there are some boosters that are hurt. They are some supporters that are hurt out there at JSU that feel certain ways. I mean, but the man got an opportunity to grow. He got an opportunity to grow. He got an opportunity to build. I mean, when you presented with a raise, it's really, I mean, let's look at it. At the end of the day, regardless if it's a HBCU or whatever college, university, whatever it is, he got a raise. He got an offer. So we do have to look at that and say, well, it's a job offer, this, that, whatever. I mean, yeah, there are some points of loyalty that you look at, as far as loyalty on it. But, I mean, you have to look and wonder what was the reason or what were the other reasons. He did say it's for other levels to create more opportunities and more things. But it's a thing where, is it, it was an opportunity for a raise. I mean, could that be a financial raise? Yeah, we know it was a financial raise in it. A raise for more opportunities to open more doors for more kids or more stuff on that part, or is it somewhere maybe like I said, some of the kids at the HBCUs that can now transfer and because he's seen them work and he's seen the work that they do and he's seen the work of other HBCU schools that maybe he can connect something with transfer portals, kids transferring, getting in the portal on that, and helping them grow. So there's those things that you can look at as well that could be opportunities that create for stuff on there in that level. I mean, definitely, it has opened up doors for the overall HBCU system in marketing, promotions, deal opportunities with TV networks, the NIL deals for the kids. I mean, just so many different things and funding and backing on that stuff. I mean, so it's a lot of stuff that comes available on that. So that way you can see information here. I'm putting in the notes that people are putting up on here. Randall, Bart, and everybody there, Joe, Lewis, and others who've been commenting in on here as well. So I'm putting all that in here so you all can see it. So I mean, it's just definitely some stuff in here that you look at it, you see these things here, and like you said, you're not mad at him for the move. He let down the HBCU as far as the players because he was the front man. Yeah, he was the front man, getting them exposure, getting them invited to the combines, NFL level. Now that he's gone, what will happen? What will happen? That was the thing on that part. But, hopefully if these guys can still make it work some type of way that, like I said, the person who succeeds Deion as head coach, can he still maintain some connections? And did he make enough impact to make connections with people to where he can still have some combine stuff like that? I mean, and two, what other NFL players could come in and maybe assist with former NFL players can come in and maybe assist with helping bring about some of these combines to the HBCUs and some of these levels of that stuff there too. So those things are things that can be looked at as well and asked what can happen. I mean, it does hurt because of the situation that Deion's level and status brought so much to the HBCU. It brought so much to the HBCUs. It brought a lot to Jackson State and brought just immediate attention, immediate exposure for them in what they were doing there on that part of it. So, now it's a thing of seeing where it goes from here, what happens. I mean, but the news is out, the word is out now, so it's going to be great to see what happens and how things come along, what players are going to be transferring, what recruits are looking like, stuff like that. News is already popping out about some recruits who are committing. So there's a lot of things that's going on. So it's going to be great to see what happens. And I'm going to do I'll do another podcast talking on this more as well, and getting in on here to talk about this because it's going to be something that definitely people want to see and go on to keep up with what's going on. Because obviously it's trending all over the news, going everywhere, trending all over social media. And we want to see where it's going to build and where it's going to grow. I mean, I do want to say congratulations to Coach Sanders, Coach Prime. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to you on your championship and on the season that you and your Jackson State team have had so far. And good luck to y'all in your bowl that you all go play in. So good luck to you all on that. And I know you said that there's still work to be done. So that bowl game means there is still work to be done. So there'll be a thing to see where it goes from there and what happens. So just kind of build it and grow, make more stuff happen with it. And then congratulations on your new head coaching position. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to the University of Colorado on getting you as their head coach. And I do wish all those at Jackson State University well as well. And wish that you just able to maintain and keep that wave going, stay on that ride of that hype and flow with that and build. Hopefully use it as a building level and continue to build and grow and bring that same energy and fun, excitement of what you all have done in there and everything, and just keep it building and growing. It's a team effort. I mean, the overall team. So it's a team effort on that. So hopefully the overall team can really make that work and make that happen. So once again, this is the Network King Lee Williams. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And, we are going into the 26, 27-minute mark here as we are talking. And, today's Let's Talk About It podcast about Coach Deion Sanders leaving, Jackson State University, accepting the head coaching position of University of Colorado. So he's done that, and now it's on to the next move. But he still has one game left that he's going to be doing, and so we're definitely going to be tuned in to see what happens from there on that part of it, and definitely just more great stuff happening, man. So there's more great stuff happening. Thank you all for tuning in, checking us out, and we've got a few other things we're going to do here and cut to a commercial break for you. Give you a couple other things here on the level, and then we're going to tune out. But definitely want to thank you all for tuning in with us. We're going to leave you out on mountains. Great message for you all. The Network King Lee Williams, thank you so much. Today, make it a great one. Love y'all so much. Take care.
There's a lot of time that people talk about mountains, and a lot of people say, oh, when I can get this mountain moved, oh God, will you move this mountain? A lot of times God has placed that mountain there for you not to move it. It's almost like when you're kids, people who have children, the kid come up and says, can I have $20 or can I have $50? You just normally don't give that kid $20 or $50. You ask the kid to work for it, right or wrong. So a lot of times that's what God is doing in our lives, where he wants you to put forth some effort and work. He's not wanting to move that mountain for you. He didn't place that mountain there for it to just move out of your way. He placed it there so that you would climb it. Because whenever you climb it, you'll actually see a difference. You're making an effort. Because when you get to the top of that mountain, what you see at the top of that mountain is you get to look at the situation below from a different view. You can see it from 10,000 feet, from 20,000 feet. You get to assess the situation, because then you're not in the midst of the storm that's down at the bottom of that mountain that you were trying to get moved out of your life. Whenever you got it, when you're able to be up on top of that mountain, you also can get a little closer to where you can hear the message of what's being told to you, what's been trying to be given to you. Because when you're down in the midst of all the storm, it's too much commotion where you can't see or you can't hear what's going on, and you're not focused. So instead of asking to move the mountain, climb the mountain. Take some effort. Even if you got to get something to attach in and pick into the mountain and reach and climb, get a rope, get a way to pull yourself up, but get yourself to where you can get to the top of that mountain, and then you'll find your decision. Because what that's doing as well is separating you from something. It's separating you from either some trouble or situation. It's separating you so you can clear your mind and so you can think whenever you get on top of that mountain. Stop asking to move the mountain and instead work to climb the mountain. Today, The Network King Lee Williams here. Make it a great one.